reminisce back to simpler days. Back to elementary school when your social standing was entirely dependent on the size of your crayon box. It's true. If you had the 512 pack with a sharpener, then you were the coolest cat in town, baby. And you were untouchable. And I don't mean it in the Hindu sense of the word. We're talking MC Hammer status. 512. I can't even name 15 colors, man, let alone 512. Do you know what I had back in elementary school? One of those ghetto crayon boxes I jacked from Denny's. Not only was your social standing easier back then, but also love. All you had to do to know if someone liked you was to get them to check off the yes or no box on a piece of paper. If you wanted them to know that you were being serious, you would just touch their thumb and heads up 7-Up. I hated how whenever I would ask my teacher on how to spell a word, she'd tell me to look it up in the dictionary. Like, woman, how do you expect me to look it up in the dictionary if I don't even know how it's spelled? The best days were whenever the teacher would show up with a TV on a cart and we would just watch Bill Nye for days. I loved watching Bill Nye. But I hated doing science fair. Science fair was synonymous with volcano exhibit back then. You couldn't go to a science fair in elementary school without seeing a volcano. It'd kind of be like going to McDonald's and not seeing a Mountain View graduate. I remember how they taught us that a hypothesis meant an educated guess. So you're telling me that if I were to guess on my science test, I fail? But now you want me to do an entire project based on a hunch? Makes perfect sense. Oh, and the lies they taught us, like how Christopher Columbus discovered America. He was pretty hipster discovering a continent full of hundreds of tribes and villages. Why do we even celebrate Columbus Day? It's not a real holiday unless we get the day off. I know some of you are thinking, well, Jacob, we get Veterans Day, and that's a holiday, and we don't get the day off. Did Christopher Columbus fight for my rights? No, he didn't. You know what he did do, though? He got lost at sea. He claimed some land from Spain, and then he proceeded to torture and slaughter thousands of natives and paved the way for the slave trade. And you thought we were past celebrating slavery in America, didn't you? But Columbus Day is much more than that. It's also the day we celebrate the only illegal immigrant besides Superman that Republicans respect. I had to get political because most of us are going to be eligible to vote in the next presidential election. You know, personally, I don't think Hillary was going to make it. I mean, the woman can barely handle one email account. How's she going to run the entire country? I guess it's going to be up to us to vote and decide. At least that's what the Hope of America taught me. Oh, do you guys read the Hope of America? All pack school district jam patriotism down our throats. You're going to sing about America and you're going to like it, you little communists. They had a great itinerary, like VOTE, the cheap knockoff version of YMCA. I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis featuring Martin Luther King Jr. And We Can Be Alive causing epilepsy. It wasn't cool, it wasn't hot. I mean, people, can we please just stop? Hope of America sucks. This is how I imagine Guantanamo Bay is like. They strap the terrorists on a small boat and make them go 12 hours through a It's a Small World-inspired ride with Hope of America songs playing on an endless loop. The very definition of cruel and unusual punishment. Hope of America taught us that the colors red, white, and blue stood for freedom. That is, of course, until they start flashing behind you in a cop car. I think it's funny how our sense of punishment has changed throughout the years. If we were to misbehave in elementary school, the teacher would threaten to call our parents, and we would try and beg them not to do it. Now they threaten to call our parents. They're just like, hey, while you're at it, can you tell them about lunch money? Yeah, brother's got to eat. You know what I don't like? When people complain that school food sucks because of Michelle Obama. Yes, because school food was such high quality before Michelle even stepped in. Benjamin Franklin said that there was only two things certain in life. Death and taxes. Well, I would like to add a third certainty. That school food will always be disgusting. I mean, no one's ever like, oh man, those mozzarella cheese sticks were so good, I'm getting you some seconds. I never wanted to know what frozen rubber tasted like. All I wanted was a corn dog. You guys remember when the vending machine had actual food? I remember. You know, 50 years from now, we're going to be like, back in my day, vending machines had real food. And they're like, yeah, whatever, Grandpa. As they're stuffing their face with kale chips and grass clippings. What a sad day for Americans to eat. I only have one problem with Michelle's policies. I hate how she took away our donuts and replaced them with those whole wheat abominations. There is no such thing as a healthy donut. The only healthy donut that exists is a bagel, and those got banned. Because apparently, eating a bagel at school is considered unhealthy, but not sitting down for 6 hours. Oh no, that's completely normal. In fact, encouraged. You'll go to jail if you don't. is a total ripoff when you could just go to Little Caesars with a pair of scissors and cut out a piece of cardboard to eat. Thank you so much, everybody!